Clear, Amua? Okay, Harshita?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
percentages you
Yeah.
cannot give whatever you like. This is from the Indian context, I'm saying you, this one. Okay.
Okay. Did you do anything when I was logging back in? Did I miss anything?
No, I was just telling
No.
them, I was just telling them that the depreciations you cannot wish, whatever you wish you cannot give. You have to give as per the law, legal,
Okay.
right? So I was just showing them from the Indian context, like this is the depreciations that will be given. You need to ask to the chartered accountant or the accountant of the firm and then give those percentages.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I just gave this percentage. This is for SLM. Save it. Back. Now I am defining one more. New entries. Now I'll say this is WDV. Written down value. That's for F500.
You'll have to change it.
No, that's fine. This is just a description. No?
Yeah, description you didn't give it.
Yeah, that's fine. Acquisition, same. I'm giving same. Now if you go to the base values, my base value will change, right? See here.
Yes.
Earlier it was
It will be
acquisition value.
24.
Now it will go to the 24 net book value. Percentage also we said 15. I'll save it. Already sleeping somebody. Okay.
I'm like, it's gone.
Alright. That's a big yawn, man. Alright.
Yeah.
I'll say new entries again. Now let's say I'll give one more based on useful life. Okay.
Useful life.
Based on useful life, F500. Same ordinary depreciation start date. Levels. New entries. Acquisition.
Kadir, what is useful life? Isn't it straight line method? Isn't it the same as straight line method? Useful
It's
life?
almost, but the thing is, in the straight line you will mention the percentage. But in the useful life you will not mention the percentage here.
Okay.
You'll pick it based on the acquisition value only.
I see.
But you will not mention the percentage here, because what it does is, whatever the life of the asset is, it will divide by that net book value, whatever that value is.
Okay. But you still have
Here.
to know how many years, right? Like it's going to be depreciated.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But in case, once we give the percentage, we will not consider the number of years.
Okay, I see.
Right? Like over here you said 5,000, right?
Right.
Then I divided by number of years.
Yeah.
But what, suppose it was a percentage, then it will be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a small difference, that's it.
Okay.
See, I did not give any percentage. I'll save it. Clear? Now whatever I have done, next comes the period control. This is the most important part of your asset accounting. Now you people, I'll just defining, hold on. You will I want you people to recollect this if you can. Period control. First is maintain period control. New entries. Just say I'm saying as F5 period. F500. Just like a variant. It's a variant F5.
Okay.
I've done nothing. It's just like a variant. Now I'm saying define calendar assignment. See, I'm going here. New entries. Anybody remember what's my fiscal year variant?
F500.
It's AM. No, it's A. U or
No,
something.
F5. No, I changed my fiscal year.
Oh, now okay, it's okay.
F5. Just now I defined a period, right? Period
Yes,
control
okay.
variant. F5. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 12. Days 31, 28, 31, 30, 31, 30, 31, 31.
Adi, I think that your days are wrong.
Where?
The day, because if your definition for your full year is starting from April to March, then what do you call it? Period 2 is not going to be 28 days, right?
Why will I decide over here? I'll decide over here in the next column. Why will I decide over here? Which is my first period?
Oh, okay.
Forgot. Fiscal year. Designing a fiscal year. My period starts from here. Why will I decide over here? This is my months. Normal. Is everyone with me on this? Harshita, Farhan.
Yes, yes, yes.
Harshita?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. Are you clear with this?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Amua's question was, my fiscal year is starting from April, so I should mention over here, he's saying April. Why will I mention it over here?
It
No,
was
right?
We should do it from here.
Periods. Okay.
In the next column, we should
Now,
mention
as he was telling, now watch this, Amua. Hello. Now, my question over here is, as per the rule, the government said that if you are purchasing any asset in the first 6 months, understand my phrase very clear. In the first 6 months, Farhan. So my first 6 months is starting from April, May, June, July, August, September, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
First 6 months.
Yes.
So I'm saying here 6. So here for first 6 months, I will say something like this, okay? In the first 6 months, I'm saying like whenever I purchase in the first 6 months, 0, 0, sorry, I'll give triple zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. How many months altogether here? 3 plus 3, 6, right?
Yeah.
So it means I'm telling whenever I purchase my asset in the month of April, May, June, July, August, September, calculate depreciation for the whole year.
Okay.
Okay. But if I purchase my asset after 6 months, please calculate depreciation only for 6 months.
Okay.
Is everyone with me?
Yeah.
If you do not understand, you will not understand anything how the depreciation is calculated.
Right.
That is my requirement.
Right.
Got it.
Clear?
Right.
Anyway, I just give, yeah, Amua,
Is this a standard requirement, or is it a standard requirement?
Not it is a standard requirement. This was one of the requirement in the US. Okay, when you were going in the recession period, so your government has allowed for the people to go ahead to calculate depreciation for the whole year when they were consuming anything, because they stopped buying an assets.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not sure, man. You people are there. You should be knowing all this.
Okay, to rephrase it again, anywhere from April till September with 000, you're gonna be calculating for 6 months. And anything.
No, whole year, Farhan, whole year.
Sorry.
Whole year.
Whole year. And wherever you have 6, it means you're gonna be calculating for 6 months, half the year.
Now, suppose for example, the asset is purchased in the month of say 6. This is 6th. Okay.
Right.
Here. So for us, it is the third period, right? For your business, this is a third period.
Yeah.
Right. So when it is a third period, what is happening? It should calculate depreciation only for the remaining 9 months. It should not calculate for the 3, right?
Right.
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 But
right.
here, instead of 9 months, it is calculating depreciation for the whole year.
Okay, I got it. All right. Okay.
Okay. We will look into that part also. What Amu was asking. I want to calculate depreciation only as per whenever I purchase the asset, from there it should calculate depreciation.
Okay.
That one also we'll look.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear, everyone? Amu? Okay. Everyone clear? So I just gave 000 is nothing but if you do not give anything also it is identified as whole year. Okay?
Yeah.
So don't get confused
Oh,
with that.
okay.
Just saving it. Okay. Now I am going to this maintain period control methods. So now you should be able to design any period control like how you were able to design any fiscal year. Hello?
Yes.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm going to maintain period control method. New entries. I'm maintaining a period control method. Let's say FPC. So this is a period control for. We'll define some more after this. Okay. Once we do testing, we'll come back. So now, what is my period control in case of an acquisition? Whenever I'm purchasing an asset, F5, right? Just now we defined, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
F5.
Yeah.
This is. So in case of addition, when we are adding an asset to that asset, F5, do the same. When I am retiring of an asset, please follow this. When I am transferring an asset, F5. Clear?
Yeah.
Save it. Okay. Now comes your depreciation key. Now you can go ahead and define the depreciation key. These are all the prerequisites for defining the depreciation key. Now whatever I have defined here, I'll call it in depreciation key. Here's here. New entries. Now I'll define a depreciation key SLM. Don't get confused between SLM what I have defined in the multi-level for assigning the percentage. This is a depreciation key. Okay. So here I'll say straight line method SLM 500. We define maximum amount, right? I don't know what did I do. FMA. Okay. If you select this, not depreciation to the day, this one. Hello. If I select this, then your period control will become void. What we have defined.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this will become void then. The period control will become void. Then it will calculate depreciation on a pro rata basis, first come first serve basis. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm now going into this assignment of calculation methods, new entries, depreciation type, ordinary depreciation, phase from start of the depreciation, base method. Now since it is an SLM method, I go to the base method. So based on percentage, right? See here.
Yeah.
Just explicit percentage. Here.
Yeah.
To select this. Okay, declining, I'll come back later. Period control.
Hey, Kadi, I
Here
don't understand. I don't understand it.
Which one?
I don't understand.
Which
What
one
is
do you
this?
don't?
Yeah, the SLM, right? Why
Huh.
did you name the depreciation key SLM?
You define
Single
whatever
line.
you want, man. That's why I told you. Right? It's your wish.
Okay.
Hello?
It's like a variant. You can
User.
give anything.
Okay.
Yeah. You define whatever you like. Period control. Here I define my period control FPC which I have defined. I'm calling back all those things. Now see SLM. It is associating. I created just now, right?
Yeah.
With a percentage I've associated it. SLM. All this we'll look into later, man. Okay. Enter. I'm saving it now. See. Just say continue. Ignore this message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back. Back. See back. 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 What here status? What is the status here?
Inactive.
Select this. Click here. Activate. Just ignore the message. Just save it. Okay.
Got stuck.
I'll create few more is there, no? I'll just keep on creating few more. See new
Okay,
entries
good.
again. Now I'm creating for WDV. Hey, Amua, you can give whatever you want, man. This depreciation key. Amua,
Yeah.
you can define whatever you
I
want.
got it. Okay.
Oh, we can't
I'm
change
calling
the
this.
status over here, right?
No, not here, no? Unless and until you don't save it, you will not get all the activations over here.
Oh,
Arshita, on the top. Okay, you need to fill up all this. So assignment of calculation, new entries, depreciation, from the start of the depreciation, it is based on the percentages only, this one. but my period control is FPC. Now this one will change, right? Multi-level. Earlier it was SLM, now it is
Yeah, it will change.
WDV,
Okay.
right? WDV. Hey, we define three altogether. In the multi-level methods, we define SLM, we define WDV, and we have defined USL, right?
Yeah.
One is 10%, one is 15%.
15%. Other we don't
Okay.
have any percentage.
Yeah, now I'm defining a depreciation key, which is one is for SLM, one is for WDV, one is for USL, useful life. Okay. So I'll save it now. Back. See, I'm going here. Ashita, back, 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 back. Now this one inactive.
I can't
Select
see it
this.
because. Okay.
Activate. Now it is active. Save it. Now again one more I'm defining. What's this? To make you people comfortable.
USL.
Useful life.
Okay.
So let's say I'll say
USL
useful
for
life for F5. Callback. Assignment. New entries. Ordinary depreciation. From start of the depreciation. Now this percentage will change. It is from the useful life, 011. Percentage from useful life, FPC. Now here we defined USL also, right? See, 3 we have defined altogether. So I'll take USL. Okay, I'll save it.
Then go back.
Back, 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 back. Select this,
Select it and activate.
activate. Ignore this message. Okay. Just save it again. That's it. Ooh. Okay. Is everyone comfortable with depreciation key?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to a further next one is determine depreciation areas in the asset class. I hope you people remember asset classes.
Yeah. Machinery, plant, equipment.
Yeah, so each asset in your SAP is identified by an asset class. So now you are telling for the asset class what kind of a depreciation it should calculate. Here. Okay, now what was my asset class we have defined, right? In F, see here,
Right.
building, furniture, plant and machinery, 3,
Yeah.
right? So I'm going to this building, I double click on this depreciation areas. Now can you see here we have 3, right? Depreciation areas, 1, Farhan has added this, right? You want minimum, alternative, right?
Yeah.
3 depreciation area. So now what I'm doing is, see, all this looks in a display mode, this depreciation keys. You uncheck all this. Okay, then you mention the layout here, the layout. I'll show you what are these layouts, okay, on the screen. So I'll take a layout which is depreciation asset plus sub number 11. I'll take this 2000, okay, 2000. I'll show you the layout also, 2000. Now press enter. It got activated now.
Yeah.
So for book depreciation, I'll use the depreciation key SLM. For in case of a taxation, let us use a WDV, or let us use first very simple one, SLM only. Okay, SLM. Getting this, Farhan?
Yeah.
So you can also put forward saying that maximum useful life 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. But this is where you are hard coding it. But in the master data, if you want to change the depreciation key or the useful life, you can change it.
Okay.
You have a priority over there.
I have a question, Kadir. For the book depreciation, you use depreciation key SLM, but for the tax should be different, no? Acres,
Yeah, in the
makers.
next scenario I'll take. In the next scenario I'll use it. First I'll keep it simple. Then in the next, or for the next asset class we'll use different, as you're
Okay.
saying.
All right.
Okay. Otherwise, if you want, I'll use it.
No, it's up to you. Whatever you find convenient.
Yeah. No. First I keep it easy so that it will be very clear for you. Then I make it a little complicated. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
So I kept for taxation WTV all.
Okay.
I'll save it. Okay. Back. This was for
I'm sorry,
building. building. Now I'm doing for furniture. Similarly, deactivate, enter. Oh, layouts have not given 2000, 2000, 2000. So whatever, as he said, SLM, WDV, WDV. Some 10 years, something like that. I'll save it. This is period, 10 years, 6 months, 10 years, 5 months, 10 years, whatever. Months also you can give.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody had a question? No one.
No, me.
Okay. Clear till here? Hello?
You have done only for 2 seconds.
That's enough. For plant and machinery, I am using it for another scenario called asset under construction. Okay. Information system, define or assign forms. Okay. This is like an output. Remember Dunning, we have seen some forms, right? Output forms, output. If you people recollect, form. This is just copy this form, this layout, go to a particular asset class, FBLD, just assign this. Okay, and save it. Okay, I have to show you a master data layout. Just now it showed you 2000, right? Screen layouts. We took 2000, right? So here see, define screen layout for master data. We already defined the screen layouts yesterday. Here, controls the fields of the asset master data. So I'm just showing you that. Screen layout controls the fields of the master data here.
Is it equal or create?
No, the 2000 layout, this all we have seen, no? These layouts we have
No,
created, no?
which one did you click on? Like define or create?
The output there you're saying. Either way you can pick it up, but it will take you here. Hello?
Okay.
We have defined our own, no? FBLD, FUPT, FPL. We have defined our layouts. Remember yesterday? I said we cannot
Yesterday
create. You need to just copy the layouts.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
See, FBLD. I'll click on the logical field groups. Now all these tabs you will see in the master data. I'll show you. Just keep in your mind this. General data, posting information, time dependent. I'll show you this tabs. So for example, general data in the field group rules. Now all these fields you will see there.
Oh.
Okay. Now for example, time dependent data here. Okay, see business area is a required entry, whichever. All this I'll show you there now, these fields. So see here, capitalization is a required entry. I'll keep it as optional. Back. Similarly, I'll do it for furniture and fittings. I'll keep this as optional. Hey, getting this field control like a field status variant. If you can recollect, controlling the fields of the master data. Okay, this is for the master data. See, we created, right, already? You are asking, na, Archita? Creating a screen layout rule. We already created it. See over here. Right? Okay. Now, in that master data, you have another master data with respect to the depreciation areas. I'll show you this one also. In the master data, you will have it in the last tab. Which one we took? 2000 layout, right? See?
2000.
All this you will see there now. These fields in that layout. Hello?
Yes.
This This you will see there. Now I'll show you. Okay, now let's do the testing on this. So before we test this, in detail testing is required. This one will go on for a long time. Testing. Scenario 1. So pay attention for all the scenario. Each scenario will be different. So first let us understand the master data. Fixed assets, create AS01, asset master data. Remember this transaction code, AS01. AS01. So what is our asset class? Remember, all assets are identified by an asset class. My phrase,
FB.
each asset in SAP is identified by an asset class. So FBLD for building, whichever asset.
Yeah.
Okay. My company code F500. Okay. Forget about the number of similar assets, I'll tell you later. Press enter. So your master data, asset master data consists of your asset master data plus your depreciation. I press enter. Did you not see this description, capitalized on date, all this over there? Fields, these fields, master data fields I'm saying. In the screen layout.
Sorry,
Forgot.
we saw them.
So soon,
Yeah, we saw
so
them.
soon, forgot.
No, we saw them.
Yeah. Here, in the screen layout, Harshita. You're asking, na, this layout fields. In this FBLD, for example, general. Description is there, see?
So all these are
Description is here. It's a required entry, see? See, because it is required here.
Yeah.
So that this is 2, this is, if you want to keep it an option, it's an optional. Okay, now this is how you will control the fields. Clear?
Yeah.
Yep, got it.
So what I'll do here is, instead of writing the name of an asset, is it okay for you people if I write the scenario over here
Yeah.
in the description? Everyone will be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, scenario means, now for this scenario, for example, in this particular scenario, I will purchase the asset on 6th period, we said, right?
Yeah.
So what will be my 6th period?
It will be October.
It will be October, huh?
Oh, sorry. Last 6th period. Okay, it's September.
Yeah, September.
September. So let's say April is 1st. April, May, June, July. So I'll purchase in the month of July. I'll purchase in the month of July. Okay. So if I purchase in the month of July, what it should calculate depreciation for the
Whole year.
Oh, yeah.
whole year.
The whole year.
Whole year. So that's what it should show. I'm not giving anything, see, on the capitalized one. What does mean? Capitalized means what? Capitalized date means what?
You acquired? The day you acquired?
No. I mean to say capitalized date means from the date where the asset should calculate the depreciation.
Okay.
Capitalized date.
Okay.
Always the depreciation will be calculated based on capitalized date. Capitalized date is nothing but asset put to use. Asset put to use. Clear, everyone? I'm not giving
It
anything.
means from the. Okay.
I'm not giving
So the
anything.
starting
Just
date.
watch. Yes. I go to this time dependent term. Okay, now here if you see business area will be your, so I'll just give some business area. I think we created F500
Yeah.
something. Okay, now I go to the depreciation areas directly. F501 I think I gave some business area. Now can you see it is coming automatic here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? How?
Because you defined it in the...
No. We have assigned it. Determine depreciation areas for asset class.
Okay.
That is how it is coming. But you can overwrite here if you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For example, let's say I want to overwrite for this. I can.
So this is the main one. If at all, if we don't want to,
Exactly.
it will directly to home. If we
Priority
want,
will
we
lie
should.
at the priority lies always at the master data level. Okay, and I'm saving it. See, I'm saving it now. So can you see below asset 1, forget about this 0, asset 1 is created, right?
Yeah.
1 is coming from where, man, this 1?
Number of singular assets one.
Number of singular assets, right?
No, if you remember in yesterday's class, we created the asset classes.
Oh.
In the asset class, we maintain a number range interval.
Yeah.
Remember? No. By name FA, and I have assigned the number range 1 to 999, something like this.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, through that this 1 is getting picked, Harshita.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll purchase that asset. Okay. Now in order to purchase that asset, the posting keys for asset accounting. $70 debit, 75 credit. Yeah. Note it down.
So this is standard for the asset accounting? You don't have like 40
Yes,
and 50?
standard for the asset accounting. Standard. No man, 40 and 50 is for what? Quran, you're forgetting everything. 40 and 50 is for what?
GL.
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 Yeah.
Okay, 31 and 25 is for what? Farhan,
Yeah.
31 and 25 is for what? 25 and 31 is for what?
I forgot.
That is for AP. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Who was that? Kavita?
Kavita, yeah.
Practicing. Good. Alright. Okay. Now I'm purchasing the asset. Scenario 1, depreciation for full year. So purchasing an asset. F-90. Acquisition. Extra F-90 with vendor. So we said we will purchase on 01 July. April. So July is June 7th. So 01 07 2013. 01 07 2013. Is the dates clear, everyone?
Yes.
No, so don't get confused. Don't ask me what it is. This will change automatically. This period will change.
Okay.
Okay, see. Changed automatically.
Yeah.
How it is changed, Farhan?
Because you have defined it, and I'm sorry, like it was April to March fiscal variance.
That's fine, man. But how it is changed? Based on what? Based on our posting periods.
Yes. Yeah, July is fourth period, so
Remember,
that's why. Yes.
Yeah, no, how it is picked up is based on the posting periods that we have defined in OB52.
Right. Right.
Okay, let's say 100,000. So now what I should take here? 31 is credit. Now what I should take here?
70.
70.
70, yeah.
Debit. Asset. Now we have defined this asset. This is our asset. This one. See, can you see here below?
Yeah.
Pick up that. Now what's this? I press enter. What it says? Enter a transaction type. So this is external acquisition, internal acquisition. What kind of an acquisition is this?
External.
Purchasing from the vendor. External.
External.
Select this. External asset acquisition. Enter. Hey, everyone is with me?
Yeah.
Amua. What's this? K. Testing man. Okay. Now I'll simulate this. Document. Did I anywhere enter building account? I'm entering to the master data. But you see here it is updating to my GL, building GL. Similar to your reconciliation, because we treated building as a recon account. Similar to your vendor. I post to the vendor master, it updates to my accounts payable.
Yep.
Document, simulate. Clear?
Yeah.
Is the entry clear? Now I'll go ahead and save it. Post it. Done. Now we will go ahead and check the report. Note down the transaction code to check the report. AW01N.
AW
01N.
This is for what? Checking?
Asset Explorer. Report. Like FBL 3N, 1N, 10N and all that. AW01N. You can use AW01N or you can go to the master data also. Like, what was the transaction code just now I told you for the master data? AS01, right? So you go to AS02, that is in the change mode. 02 is for change mode.
Okay, 0 is for changing.
AS02. 2.
No, 2 is for changing.
3 is for display.
Okay, 3 is for display.
So I'm giving 2. Now 2. If I go to 2, did I enter capitalized date? I did not enter, right?
No,
I did not enter. Let's see how it is updated. See, it has updated. See.
okay, based on the first date, the document date. Okay.
When I purchase, according to that, based on that, it has updated. But can somebody tell me depreciation should calculate from which date?
Same day.
Why same day? What did we say? It should calculate depreciation for the
Whole year.
so whole year means how it will start depreciation. It should not start from here, right?
It
Okay, it should start from April then.
1st of April.
Started?
Yeah.
July.
1st of April.
Right.
Getting this, guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
got it.
Am I right or wrong in this?
Yes,
Amoa.
yes, definitely.
Yay. I tell you, most of the senior consultants or anybody that confused in the period control. If you are very good in period control, you are a gem in asset accounting.
Can you go over this one a little bit?
From
Which
April,
one?
right?
Yeah, April. That is what we set up in the period control, Kavita, stating that even though I purchase my asset in the first 6 months, please calculate depreciation for the whole year. That is a requirement.
6 months.
Yeah, Kavita wasn't here.
First
That's
6
why.
months. My first 6 months are from April to whatever to September.
Well, May, June, July.
Because our fiscal year is from April to March, no? We set it up. Clear? Amua, is it clear? Amua disappears in
1 year, right? 1 year.
No, I'm here. It's clear. I'm here.
I purchased this asset, Kavita, on this particular date, July.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Kavita.
Yeah.
So, for April to 31st March, July is which period? See, Kavita,
yeah.
now here, let's say January, February, March, April, May, June, July, December. Now we started, our first period is business is this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is our first period. Well, okay, now I purchased the asset over here. 0107, right? This is,
Yes.
but for business it is fourth period, right?
Yeah.
But for you it is seventh period I purchased. But we set up in period control in such a way, if I purchase an asset from this till here, calculate depreciation for the whole year.
Whole year, yes.
Yeah, whole year.
It should calculate. That is the requirement.
Yeah.
Okay. And also I will do that requirement, that is similar requirement. If I purchase in March, it should April, then it should calculate for the 11 months. May, then it should calculate whatever it is. Pro rata basis, it should calculate depreciation. That also we'll look into it. So no confusion. So stick here till now. Clear, Kavita?
Yeah. Okay.
So now I took this. So what it did, it is calculating depreciation from here. So that is what I showed it in the master data. I purchased my asset over here, capitalized on, but my depreciation is calculated on this.
Yeah.
Clear? Now I'm going to asset values. Here. Can you see below transaction code, Archita?
Yeah, it is.
So if you key in directly, you will come to this particular screen. Or you can go through AS02, you will come here also, same. Now, what is the depreciation it should calculate for 100,000, 10% SLM, correct or not correct?
Yes.
Correct, right?
Yes.
This is the planned values. Now I'll go to the posted values here, see. Now, it has accumulated the depreciation over here, see, total. Hello?
Yes.
Now, this is total depreciation of the first, second, third, fourth period, right? But my requirement is I don't want to accumulate the depreciation over here. Okay, because the government had told me, like if there is a requirement, like for example, I want to segregate this accordingly, distribute it according to the prior periods. Again I repeat, prior periods, not in the future one, prior periods. So that is what you do is, one second, pause this. Specify intervals and posting rules. May note down the transaction code OAYR. YR, below it is there, here.
Okay. This is for what? Specify intervals.
Define posting rules, posting rules.
Posting rules.
Can you see here this smoothing?
Yeah.
I'll select this. I'll save it. Okay, now I'll come back to that particular report. This report, Explorer, I'll go back. Okay, now I'm selecting again asset values. Now I'll go to the posted values. What happened?
Just taking everything in funds.
What happened? What happened?
It just
The values
activated
got
everything.
distributed. Exactly. So this is called as smoothing. What happened, man? Getting bored?
No, I'm just.
No.
The next scenario, in this scenario itself, I shown you smoothing. What is smoothing doing? Somebody asked in the interview, what is smoothing? Okay.
Basically spreading the depreciation value for the entire year, right?
You should say equally. You should also say equally.
Yeah,
And also should say in the prior periods.
yeah.
But one thing I'm just a little bit confused. Like our business period starts with April, right? April till March of next year.
Hmm.
So then how come, and obviously as you said, okay, if you were to acquire an asset like in the middle, like, you know, from April till I think July you said, so you're going to
Again,
be...
you also got confused by saying that period 1 is January.
No, I'm not saying it's January. I know period 1 is April. Yeah. So yeah, so like we acquired the asset like from April, like anywhere within 6 months, right? Till
July,
September.
no? July,
Exactly.
July we acquired.
So we're gonna be spreading it over the whole year, correct? But see that, but how come you are spreading on the calendar year?
Prior periods.
Okay, so prior
No,
period.
no, this is not a calendar year, brother. That
I
is what
know.
I'm telling you.
I
This
know.
is not a calendar.
I know it's not a calendar year, but that's what I'm trying to say. We have a business year, which is April till March of next year.
Huh.
So we should be spreading it from April till the and to the next March next year, no?
No, we purchase when asset. When
We
did we
purchased
purchase
in
asset?
July of
September 1st.
2013.
I'm sorry, July 1st.
July, yes.
I purchased in July.
Right.
So my depreciation got accumulated over here. Entire
Right.
depreciation.
Right.
So
he just
my
said
requirement
distributed
was
everything.
depreciation should be distributed in the prior period. Still here only it is distributed.
Okay, so you're gonna be distributing till April, right? Not beyond April, not prior to
Yeah, I
April.
distributed till April only. This is till April only.
Okay, okay,
1,
okay.
2, 3.
Okay, now it makes
That
sense.
is what everybody is getting confused. You are getting confused with this as counting as a calendar year.
Yes, now I understand. Definitely I understand now. Thank you
Ah.
so much. Yeah.
Got it, Farhan? Clear,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
hope.
very clear. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
So that means that the phrase we should be using is distributing the depreciation equally to the prior periods, right?
It does for prior period only, Harshita. The smoothing does just work like that way only.
When you said prior periods to the
Yeah, prior periods only it works. Smoothing works only for the prior periods. It's gone. So in the scenario, I have shown you smoothing. Smoothing. Okay. Now what is this called? Where it is accumulated, where it is getting accumulated, for that what do we call? That method is called as a catch-up method. Hello?
Yes.
Hearing for the first time all this?
Yeah.
But there is a different
Catch-up
terminology.
method, that is...
There is a different terminology in accounting than SAP.
No, but ultimately it is the same thing, man. You're
Yeah,
catching
that's
the
true.
ear with your right hand or a left hand, it is
Yeah,
the
that's
same
true.
thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah, this is called as a catch-up method. I hope everyone is clear now on this. Okay, so we have seen this. Apart from that, we need to see this one also, federal, right?
Yeah.
Federal tax,
Yes.
right? So, is the depreciation calculation perfect? 10%, right? Now see federal. 15,000, correct?
Yeah.
15% WDV.
Mm-hmm.
But it will not show in the posted values, nothing. See below, see? Because we did, it is only for reporting, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
But in case of a depreciation, it will show because we need to update to the GL. So it's showing for the period. See, this depreciation should be updated.
Mm-hmm.
But in case of a federal, it will not show. It is only for reporting purpose and nothing else. So you'll see it in the year. 15,000, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now alternative tax system. We change it at the master data level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clear? Find interesting, boring, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
So very interesting. Just that there's a lot to digest, right? So
Yeah. Everything is for digest
Very
only, man.
interesting, Karan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So comparison. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. It gets more complicated going forward. Then I'll say. More complication is going forward. This is just a start. Okay. Okay. Now see here the value of an asset is getting nullified over here, right? 10 years. Okay. 0. Go to the parameters. You can see the entire part like ordinary depreciation start date is from here even though it is acquired on so and so date. Go to the depreciation, display of the depreciation key, it will give you what key you have used it over here and what method you have used it. Okay, the entire setup we have done, right? Multi-level, base method, period control. Okay. Okay. Now if you go here, there is a report. You can call up this report, call asset report. Now if you want to see the depreciation, you click on this, you will see the depreciation value. Correct? Acquisition value. All this you can see. Okay. Now what we will do, we will purchase the asset after 6 months, that is after September. So I will purchase in the month of December. So that will be the 9th period, right?
Yeah, so you calculate for half a year.
I hope you are not, yeah. Don't get confused with the dates, guys. There is a change in the fiscal year.
Right.
So 01/12/2013. So this should change to what period?
9th.
9. See, I'm just pressing enter before I do this. See, changed.
Yep.
So let's say again, same. 100,000.
70.
But did we purchase and did we make the master record? Hello, we need a master record, right? Asset master data we have not created.
We have not created.
Yeah.
Did we?
No,
So
we
that
didn't.
asset is already purchased, right? So I need to create one master data. So what's the transaction code?
Yes, sir.
AS
AS01.
01.
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm creating another asset. Press enter. So that is what I'm saying. Instead of writing a description, I'll write the scenario, what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Purchasing the asset. I hope don't get confused and say you should mention description like this.
Yeah.
December.
December. So here depreciation for
6 months.
6 months. Nothing giving. So this time we'll keep both WDV, okay? I'm not changing anything.
Yeah.
I'll save it. Okay, created.
Please created. Yep.
Now 2 of 0. So I'll go here and I'll pick up that 2 of 0. External acquisition 100. Enter 100,000. Simulate. I'll save it. Now go back to the, either you go to AW01N or go to AS02. It's up to you how you want to see the report. Okay, up to you. So I'm going to the master data. So what is here?
December.
12, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what should be my depreciation? Calculate from
6 months.
December only.
6 months date.
December only.
Huh? Why December? 6 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Starting from October. Okay.
Yeah. So asset values now. Got half? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
No, full year Kavita it was 10,000. So now it is half year, so it is 5,000.
Python.
Half of that. Okay. So WDV also moves that way only. Half. Half. Correct, Farhan? 15,000 of half.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So we have seen from the 6 months perspective also. Are you people getting this?
Yes.
Okay. My next scenario is, I'll just finish with this scenario. So my next scenario is, we will see with respect to useful life.
Yes.
Okay. Useful life. So let's say value of an asset is 100,000. Okay. 20 years. Okay. So what should be the depreciation? 5,000, right?
Yeah.
2000.
Let's see. So what I'll do is I'll create one more master data. I'll go to create.
AS01.
Now asset based on useful life.
Useful. Okay.
Okay. 20 years. Here. I go to this. I just save it. Nothing. I'm doing nothing. Okay. Here we need to change it. It should change to Useful life. USL. So only this will change or this one also will change? It's up to you.
20 years, yeah.
20. 20. See, I'm overwriting it. Okay, I'm saving it. Now I'll purchase the asset. So what I'll do, I'll purchase on 01/04/2013. That will be my first period. See, this period will change.
Yeah.
$100,000, 70. Now this is third asset, right? 100.
Adi, quick question. Why is it that the external thing you take 100?
Because the system should identify whether it's an internal acquisition of an asset where I am doing internally or externally in case of a vendor. Acquisition of an asset. See, assets are acquired in a different way. Yeah, 100 identifies it's an external acquisition.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, here 13. Now let's go back to the report. Change. Master data, correct. Depreciation also will start as per that only. Go to the asset values. This is your federal. 5,000, correct?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Clear?
Yes.
So depreciation is calculating based on the useful life of an asset.
Right.
Okay. Okay. This is enough for the day or you want me to continue some more?
It's enough. It's already learned.
This is enough. This is enough.
Okay. That is said twice. So that is enough then. Alright. So see you tomorrow. Then we will run few more scenarios. Okay. So the scenarios will
send me
be
the Excel files, yesterday's and today's, okay?
yeah, in the same file. I'll send it across. So again, we need to run some more scenarios. We need to do month-end closings. We need to do year-end closings also. I expect you people to practice at the same time. Otherwise, this will wipe out of your mind just like this. You'll not understand. Okay, there are many more scenarios to come. Like different. I want to calculate different depreciation percentages for different years. Okay, there is a shutdown of an asset. There is an unplanned depreciation, scrapping of an asset. Okay, there are some more methods where I want to look into it. Okay.
Yeah, asset accounting is pretty interesting. You know, I enjoy this. This is better than payable and receivable.
But this is dependent on the payable and receivable only.
Yeah, yes.
When you are purchasing, you need a vendor.
Right.
When you are selling, you need a customer. We need to sell a sale of an asset.
Right.
We'll sell based on the profit. We'll sell based on the loss also.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
There is so many things that we need to. We'll scrap it. What you are selling, salvaging, right? With revenue, without revenue, also we'll look.
So you're also gonna do double declining method, sum of the year method, and all these methods.
Yeah. Declining we already did. Now that is nothing but WDV only. No?
Okay.
That percentage.
Right.
That is. We looked into SLM, WDV, and useful life also.
Useful life, yes.
3 we have just seen.
Okay.
This is actually very simple. The scenarios from tomorrow it gets more complicated. Amua. Yeah. It doesn't like complications.
I don't like complications.
Yeah, you don't like complications but life is full of complications only, man.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Then we'll see cutoff value key also.
Okay.
You have a scrapping, right? You bought an asset, but some amount got scrapped in that. After scrapping that asset, please calculate depreciation, 5%, 10% of that value.
Okay.
All right, man. There's so many things. Let's go on tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Take care. Thank you.
Right.